You couldn't hear that. I mean, you could. Technically, you could. There's nothing illegal about what I said. It was an experience that happened to me, but I just don't find it. I don't deem it appropriate for the show.
Now everyone's like, what are they talking about?
You gotta find out. You can give me some money. I'll tell. I mean, if someone pays me, hell, I'll tell. I don't give a damn. Lacy!
Yes, I'm fine. How are you, CJ?
Fair to mid one.
Fair to mid.
That's for having a Wednesday birthday, it's kind of like,
Yeah. Did you already tell everyone it's your birthday?
I didn't. Honestly, I can say something, and it sounds so bad. I didn't have to. I did it. Everyone did a great job of reminding me it was my birthday. It was very nice today. I felt a lot of love.
Good.
And like last year, I had to put like CJ's birthday show or whatever. Now I'm just like, now I'm like, this is nice. I woke up and just had the nicest post about me, and it really is nice to feel that. I
knew it because Jackie posted about you, and it was super sweet.
I thought so. I totally gets a sticker on the chart. I have negative stickers.
Negative stickers.
You ever see that SpongeBob episode?
No.
Whenever they're being the good noodle?
No.
Oh, man, that was a great episode. No. SpongeBob and Patrick fought because he went from good noodle to bad egg.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then the egg hatched. It was a whole problem. What did we do 100 years ago?
Okay.
We're talking about food, but it's ice cream.
We are talking about ice cream. This article was about ice cream. And then it was about tuberculosis. So sometimes you don't know what the article's going to end up being about when you start writing it.
I don't even want to see. Every time I make a joke, I always feel bad right away.
Ooh.
So I mean, is it flavored? Like, what's the ice cream flavor?
Oh, see, I don't know what the ice cream flavor is.
Because the last time we talked about flavors, it was like football. And,
yeah. No, that was like a fun ice cream article. This one was fun at the beginning, and then it wasn't not fun. It was just, it went in a different direction than I expected.
Like wrong rabbit hole.
Yeah. But like the only rabbit hole I could go through, really, because this was about an ice cream meeting was the preliminary title for this. So there was
that's right. You did tell me we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. See, my memory's hazy, but it's coming back.
So I really thought it was going to be about ice cream because there was a convention of the members of the Illinois Ice Cream Manufacturers Association, and they were meeting at the Rose Room of the Mineral Springs Hotel. So I read this. This was the article that George sent me initially. Just it talked about how there was going to be an ice cream meeting. And I was like, cool, ice cream meeting. This is going to be great. And then I was talking to my friend Lauren, who's a cataloger. And a great cataloger. And I was telling her about old ice cream ads that I've loved. This is one that's in the article. This is one from 1920 that I used in a display for Walnut Grove Dairy a couple years ago. And I love it because it's very aggressive. It says, get this thought, ice cream is a food. And then it's basically like, every day is not too often to serve peerless ice cream. It's a food. And then Lauren pointed out that it also says...
That's it. I'm showing it on the screen.
Showing? Okay, good.
I mean, this is about as Great Gatsby-esque of a day.
Well, it also says Lauren pointed this out. There's a peerless dealer near you. It's not even like a seller. It's like your ice cream dealer.
Guy's walking around with a trench coat with just a bunch of pints of friggin' Edie's.
Right. So I was telling Lauren about this.
They call him Pint Bag Larry.
Oh, God.
That is brilliant marketing.
It's great.
Sorry.
No. I was telling Lauren about this, and she loves ice cream. So I said, do you want me to dedicate this article to you? I want to dedicate it to you. And she was like, yeah, sure, that's great. And then I showed up about an hour later and said, Lauren, it's about tuberculosis. Do you still want me to dedicate it to you? And she was like, sure.
Oh, my God. So what happened with tuberculosis? What was the tie-in here?
What
was the tie-in here to tuberculosis?
The tie-in was that when I actually read about the meeting, it says that they like talked about secrets of the trade or something. Like, it didn't say what they were talking about in the meeting, except that the manufacturers spoke unanimously in favor of state legislation compelling tuberculin tests of milk and expressed themselves in favor of a general agreement not to purchase any milk from producers unless it was subjected to tuberculin tests. So the only information about this meeting was that they were talking about bovine tuberculosis and trying to prevent it from being in the ice cream that they were producing. Because
kidding.
Yeah, a huge problem. By then, there was a lot more pasteurization and more testing, obviously. So it wasn't as big of an issue as it had been before. But so bovine tuberculosis is different than like what you think of as sort of human tuberculosis, but people can still get it.
What does it cause the same effect? Do you know?
I don't remember. I looked this up, but I think it's similar symptoms. It's just a slightly different actual thing. But pasteurization destroys the organisms, but it's still an issue. If people drink raw milk or unpasteurized dairy products, you can still have the bovine tuberculosis in there. And it's especially an issue for like infants. So in the past, a lot of babies died from milk that had not been pasteurized. So I had some information from the CDC about bovine tuberculosis and why it's not an issue now. And the CDC said, thanks to over a century of disease control in cattle, which is what they were talking about in this article, and routine pasteurization of cow's milk, this is much less common.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Man. Well, so my thing is, did you like die of bovine TB still?
Some people did. It was usually, like I said, like a lot of infants died from it.
Gotcha. Okay. Man, that's still, that's even worse.
It's even, I know.
I sorry, I wasn't thinking for a second. That's even worse.
If you don't have an immune system, then it's hard to fight things. But, and there were adults and older people that died too.
Did they know it was because they got it from a cow? Like, did people know about, I guess they knew about bovine TB because they
test for it.
Oh man, the guilt of a parent if that's, oh my God, I got milk from the wrong guy. Not being mean, but funny about it.
By this time, you were usually getting milk from Walnut Grove Dairy by this time was pasteurizing everything.
Gotcha.
So essentially the milk, the ice cream manufacturers were saying, we are only going to buy milk from milk producers who are doing tuberculin testing on their cows.
Gotcha.
So it was an industry-wide sort of thing. And they wanted the state to have legislation for tuberculin testing.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't just on the manufacturers themselves to try to figure out.
To put two and two together.
Yeah. That it was a state law so that they didn't have to individually test every manufacturer.
Yeah.
Or every milk producer to make sure it was safe.
Wow.
So they had to figure this out before they could do the fun flavors.
Well, I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I guess it wasn't a problem. Was milk already required to do?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know if it was required. I know a lot of dairies were already doing it.
Okay.
And a lot of dairies were already pasteurizing.
So it was becoming standard
practice. Becoming standard practice. But you know what? I found a study that...
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
Who would have thought this? Because I'm not going to lie, I thought this was another kind of fun one.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah, not anymore.
You never know. It was like mid-1800s. I don't remember the exact date, but mid-1800s to 1925. Mm-hmm. And this was a scientific article. It had nothing to do with the Telegraph. It was in a scientific journal about pasteurization, bovine tuberculosis, all of these things and the dangers. And so I think right around 1925, 1926, they had kind of started to figure out, here are the things that are working. Because I want to say Walnut Grove Dairy started pasteurizing around 1915. So it was new enough. I mean, it was consistent enough with some places that, it was safe, but they were still within the first decade of really doing a lot of this. And so it probably wasn't yet consistent across the board. You really had to check with the individual dairy to see what their practices were.
What do you think that's going to be what food is that going to be for our generation? Where what I'm saying? Where we find out we need to do like a different technique to keep things safe, or not necessarily with tuberculosis and milk on the same scale, but it always, because we're talking about like the red dyes right now in the world. I feel like that's so known now.
Yes.
That it's good. But what is it going to be besides that? Is it going to be the whole damn kitchen sink when it comes to what we've been getting at this? I don't know. It just makes you wonder because...
Well, I can tell you part of it. I think it's that more people think that raw milk or unpasteurized dairy is okay because they didn't live through a time when people were dying of bovine tuberculosis. Yeah. So I think it's also important to not go back to things that we already solved
Yeah. Or if you do it, just, make sure you do it the right way, I guess.
What's the right way, though?
I don't know. I mean, I know people that drink raw milk. They have no problem with it. I just won't do it. It's not for me. And that's just the way I leave it at it, to each their own. But, like, is it going to be, is it going to be milk because they already have is it going to be like, the way that they made bread's been wrong for all these years, like no more white bread, because it's bleached. Like that's what I find fat. If it's not milk.
But see, that's a difference between health and safety.
Right.
Like white bread maybe isn't healthy.
But it's not causing TB. It could cause cancer, but it's not giving you a disease.
Unpasteurized milk was a safety issue.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I think obviously some people consume raw and unpasteurized dairy and are fine, but there's a risk. And so it's like understanding that there's a risk even today.
People that I see man, I'm sorry, but if I see you post a picture of yourself eating just like a very unthought out piece of meat and like the raw meat thing, I get it. Like, hey, I'm all for trying things to make you feel good. And it's not for me.
What kind of raw meat?
Have you seen this where people are eating raw hamburger meat?
Ooh.
Like, number one, that can't taste good. And then, like the raw steak, like, hey, to each your own. It's just not, it's not in my wheelhouse.
Okay. I mean, I eat steak very rarely, but when I do like a rare steak.
But it's still got to be. But it's got to be on the grill.
Prepared with food safety in mind.
Exactly. I did a food safety segment for a long time, and I still have my food manager's card for another 2 years. Nice. So I'm very big on food safety. That's why when I see those things, like the same thing with mom, I'm like, okay, well, makes you feel good.
Yes, like you have to figure out what kind of risk.
Yeah, if it's for you,
is for you. And so maybe if you're someone that consumes unpasteurized dairy, as an adult, your body can maybe take it, but you absolutely would not want to give that to
your child.
A child.
Yeah.
Yes, that kind of thing. But I mean, and at the time, they really were trying to make it consistent because people were getting sick.
Well, and too, I think you needed it to be because it was such I feel like news traveled so slow, and like I feel like those like overhauls were needed because it would have taken 10 times as long for the telephone game back then to really hammer home that you could not do X, Y, and Z for your food options.
Well, it wasn't even just that. People were putting stuff in bad milk to make it look good, like chalk. Like people were putting stuff in milk to make it look like milk that was okay to drink. So they had to make laws about not adding things to milk that were not edible.
That's interesting, Lacy. How far we've come. How far we have come. We'll take a quick break at 10:25. Come back, chat it up with Lacy some more. Hayner Library Hour. Mary Cordes joins us at 10:35 today. And we'll talk about the events you guys coming up too. So take a quick break. We'll come back. More next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
I forgot to put a title in the first time. You were top of the hour news.
Well, this is important.
You
top
are
of the
news.
Hour news.
Ice cream and TB.
Yeah, not a combination you really think of most of the time.
Thank goodness for modern medicine.
Because of this kind of thing.
And
that's why we don't think of it.
Modern medicine.
Modern.
Did we get TB vaccines?
Oh my gosh. I don't think bovine TB vaccines, but maybe cows. I have no idea.
Way above our pay grade.
No idea.
How's life at the library?
It's good. It's good. We've got the fireplace. Yeah, you're all tangled up.
It's really been rough on me today.
Got the fireplace going the last couple of days with how snowy and cold it's been. So it's like
you were snowed off on Monday,
right? Yes,
and that's a good thing.
Yes, yeah. We didn't want anyone to go out when
cold.
It was dangerously.
I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
No, that was.
You couldn't get out of your house.
I was snow. No, I'm not blaming anybody. It's just they don't get to the alleys right away.
Yeah.
My neighbor actually did it. Thank God to him.
Nice.
It's just brutal, But I got to stay inside.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad that most places closed so that their employees didn't have to go out into sort of treacherous driving weather.
I agree. What are you writing about this week?
Oh, okay. So I was going to write about one thing. I'm going to tell you what I almost wrote about, and then I'll tell you what I'm actually writing about, because what I almost wrote about got too complicated and I couldn't figure it out. That happens sometimes.
That has me intrigued.
Yes. So what I was going to write about was this post office robbery that happened in 1924 in Alton, this Alton post office robbery. They stole like between $30,000 and $50,000 worth of stamps. And it was a huge deal, like blew the safe, and then no one got caught for 2 years. And then in January 1926, the fiance of what turned out to be one of the robbers went to the police because her fiance had told her the entire story of the robbery and then left her.
You have it coming.
Like,
you have it coming.
All right.
You have it coming.
Cool. And it was such a great story. I was excited about it. And I wanted to learn more about all the people and the woman and everything. And then it just got really, really, really complicated because post office theft is really, 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 really complicated.
Yeah.
And I realized it was going to take way longer than I could do to like give enough information about the actual robbery, which had happened 2 years before that. And there'd been all these things in the meantime. But when she went to the authorities, they ended up arresting 7 people like immediately after that. So I feel like the lesson was, don't jilt someone and then not expect your secrets.
Never discuss the family business. The guy should have watched Godfather. What the hell was he thinking?
Yeah.
Well, so you aren't writing about it now?
I'm not writing about that, but if anyone's interested, I'll send you articles. No, what I'm writing about is it's not as exciting, but it was the January graduation for Alton High School, because in those times they had a June graduation and a January graduation every year. So
see, now they just make them all wait till.
They just make them all wait. Yeah, it was a smaller class for the January, but they had that every year. And there were a couple of really interesting people that were featured in the graduation ceremony. And so I'm going to talk about
Was it Clint Walker?
It was not Clint Walker.
Dang.
No, there was.
What school did he go to?
Oh, it wasn't Alton. It was near here, but I can't remember exactly which high school.
You know,
I'll write about him at some point.
It's not 100 years ago, but it would be cool to talk about all the movies that have been filmed in Alton.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
There were a lot of times when Alton was used. Like in the 70s, there was a big bowling movie that was shot here.
We have most of them at the library.
My grandpa had one of them over for dinner, one of the actors. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Get a lot of birthday love. Sorry.
Yay.
I'm getting distracted.
Happy birthday.
I forgot what the name of that movie was. I'm going to look.
Okay, you look. But yeah, so there was a woman who was the valedictorian, and her name, I think, is Caroline Haberer. And so I've done a little bit of research on her. And then there was also...
Dreamer.
Okay. A man that was honored, and his story was incredible. He was an orphan from Ukraine and had made it to the United States by way of like Japan and Hawaii, and lived in Godfrey and walked from Godfrey to Roosevelt High School every day for school. And he went on to have an interesting life too, stayed in Godfrey. So we'll talk a little bit about them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was... This is not, it's not the first time this has happened where I start writing an article
and then it kind of dovetails.
It gets too complicated. It's a bigger story than I have the amount of space or time for. Did
you know my knee just explode?
Ooh.
No. Oh, okay.
Soccer injuries?
No, that's just wear and tear. I'm like a Honda Civic, a lot of city miles. I'm pretty sure it was Jack Warden they had over for dinner.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm almost positive, because I remember him saying he was in 12 Angry Men too, and that would have been Jack Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Dreamer.
Nice.
It was shot at Bull Haven on
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. Don't forget Harold Dreamer Nuttingham. I did. I never even watched the damn movie. Who can forget about the young man dreams and struggles to become a
before we were born.
Don't forget, Dreamers had 10 pin wins. Oh, man. I want to know how much money this darn thing made. Oh, it had a $6.4 million budget in 1979. That's pretty interesting. It was 2.9 for the movie, $3.5 million for the budget. 1.5 stars out of 4.
Oh,
and the Chicago Tribune called it hopelessly predictable. Variety wrote, shamelessly attempting to be a Rocky of the bowling world. Wow, listen to this. Dreamer is a preposterous, colorless, down-home fantasy about a youth who makes the jump from an unknown bush leaguer to national champion in 3 easy lessons. Wow. They really hated this.
They did not like it. Maybe that's why we haven't seen it.
It's because Rocky came out first. I bet you a Dreamer came out first. They would have been all over Rocky. Balboa, Stallone would have never made it. Never made it.
Maybe he would have been in Dreamer instead.
But the Los Angeles Times called it a nice little movie, a pleasant piece of Midwestern Americana, refreshing in its lack of gratuitous sex and gore, but also likely too mild for some taste. I love where our segments lead. We'll take
you never know.
We got to straighten up your bosses here. 10:35, a little bit of change. Executive Director Mary Cordes, Hayner Library, joins us for Beyond the Shelves. Lacy, I'm excited to learn about your next piece next week. Take a quick break. Daily Show next.